In the 1930s, Boeing built a huge airliner. It was called the XB-15. It was advanced, it was massive, but it was too slow. Airlines weren't interested. The U.S. military passed too. The aircraft had no future. While America moved on, Japan paid attention. Japanese engineers studied foreign aircraft closely. They wanted range, they wanted payload. The rejected American design looked useful, so Japan bought the idea, not the plane, the concept, and began copying it.
Japan decided to go big, very big. The bomber would be massive, larger than anything Japan had built. But size came with problems. Weight increased, speed dropped. The aircraft was already in trouble.
The bomber needed powerful engines. Japan didn't have them. Instead, they used underpowered engines. The result was predictable. Slow climb, low speed, poor performance. Enemy fighters would have no trouble catching it. To compensate, Japan added guns, lots of them. But the bomber couldn't maneuver. It couldn't outrun threats. Guns couldn't fix bad design. Once intercepted, survival was unlikely. A bomber's job is simple. Hit the target. This one struggled. It flew too high. It shook badly. Bombing accuracy suffered. Long missions often achieved nothing. The aircraft looked impressive. Up close, it wasn't. It broke often. Repairs took too long. Spare parts were scarce. Ground crews were overwhelmed. Many bombers never flew missions. Pilots didn't trust it. The aircraft was slow. It was heavy. It was vulnerable. Long flights were exhausting. Escape options were limited. Morale suffered. Despite its size, the bomber failed. It didn't alter the war. It didn't scare enemies. It didn't protect Japan. Most were destroyed on the ground. Others were shot down easily. It became a strategic dead end. Japan learned too late. Copying size